ice. You can sort of see it right here as well. See that? You see the different layers of it? Yes. And you guys, you can see that this whole thing was covered in cave ice. And the reason it's called cave ice is because when it breaks, you don't know how far you're going. Just like a pond, right? So this whole area was covered with it, and it was broken, and it now reveals natural cave floor. We are in the deepest part of the tour. We're 69 feet under the ground, and we're under the parking lot. We call this room Frank's living room because his tours, the 25-cent ones, could have lasted from 5 hours to 5 days. What the heck? I know. And they would use this as their campground for that. Also, Frank did live above ground, like the gift shop area in the other house. He and his family lived there, so he would throw his children, his patio furniture, and his wife on down here, and they would hang out in the summer to escape the heat. This room is also a kind of a, here's where it gets a little naughty. This room was also part of the folklore, well, true story, a distillery was found here in the Prohibition era. Parts of it was being run. Is that nuts? I like that.
That's cool.
And then also there's the folklore in the story. Goes something like this. A group of bad boys is called a posse. So there's a posse of bad boys. And they had this little shtick where they were hitting a Wells Fargo friend. So a sheriff from Tucson gathered his posse of, well, maybe semi-bad boys. Who knows? They were lawmen, good boys. So they came and said, hey, this is not going to happen anymore. So on the fourth robbery, a Wild West shootout occurred, and they hightailed it up here, and the sheriff and his boys followed them to the cave. The sheriff said, hold back, we're going to wait until they come out. Well, 2 weeks went by, and nothing came out except for gossip out of Wilcox, because some of them bandits were up there drinking and bragging about giving the sheriff the slip. Ha. So the sheriff and his boys rode up to Wilcox, and the second Wild West shootout ensued, leaving only one bandit alive. They gave that bandit an option of showing them the loot, giving it to them, or doing his prison time. He was a gambling man, so he took his time. He thought it'd be a couple years, but it was actually 18. So when he came out, he came on back to the cave to find his lost loot. And guess who else came out? The sheriff. The sheriff was waiting for him to come out with something, and all he came out with was dust in his pockets, assuming he forgot where the treasure was.